everyone, it's Margie from the Westchester Children's Museum, and I am here again to do a fun challenge with you today. So, before we get started, I want to ask a couple questions. Do you like boats? Perhaps you've seen some boats out on the Long Island Sound on a sunny day. Maybe a sailboat? Maybe a powerboat? So there's all different types of boats, and some boats, the wind helps them move faster on the ocean, and other boats are powered by an engine or a motor. So today, we're gonna do a fun challenge, and we're gonna make some sailboats. And we're gonna test them out. You can go outside and test yours out if you have a small pool in your backyard, or if you go with a caregiver and test them out somewhere. But we're gonna test them out in my sink. So, let's get started with the challenge of making sailboats. And we're gonna see if they float. And we're also gonna see if we can put some pennies on top of them or add more weight to them, and they'll still float. So what do we need to get started? So what you need to get started is a few things in your house. And you can get creative because you want to think about what things may float on top of the water. So I'm going to show you some things that I used, and you can think of some other things on your own. So what I used to create some of my boats were I used the bottom of an egg carton, and I cut that out into a boat shape. And then I added a sail. I used some pipe cleaners. I used some straws. I used some paper towel for the sail, and you can use a coffee filter or maybe even just a piece of paper. And some other things that I thought you could use. I found some bubble wrap. Will that float? You know what? Maybe the other side of the egg carton. What do you think? So I want you to put on your thinking cap. It's time to get creative. What can you use at home? Can you use tin foil to make a boat? But don't forget, it's a sailboat, so you need the mast and you need your sail. So let's get started with the challenge. I'm going to show you some examples I made, and then you can make some on your own. We're going to test mine out and see if they float, and also see if they'll hold some pennies. We're going to see if any of them can hold 25 pennies. So let's get ready to see some of my examples that I created. So here are a couple examples that I made of sailboats. So the first one that I made, I used the bottom of a pool noodle. I kind of figured that would float because pool noodles float. And then I used a couple craft sticks, a pipe cleaner, a piece of tape, and I used paper to make the sail. So that's my first boat. The second boat that I made out of the bottom of an egg carton. You can see that here. But what I did is kind of cut it in the shape of a boat, colored it with some permanent markers, and used some straws, and used a paper towel for the sail. So those are my two boats. Let's get ready to test them out. Do you think this one will float? Do you think this one will float? How many pennies will my first boat hold without tipping over or sinking? And how many pennies will my second boat hold without tipping over or sinking? Get ready for the challenge. Look for some things in your house to make your boats with. So let's take a look at what happened with my boats. Okay, here we are, and we are going to test one of our boats. So first we want to see if it floats. So let's try the first boat that I made. So I made that one with the pool noodle and a few other things from home. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Wow. Kind of is on its side though. I don't know if I made that one really good, but we can certainly try to change the design. So that one kind of tipped over. Next, let's try my second one. Okay, here we go. This is the second one that I made. What do you think will happen? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, look at that. Wow. I kind of like my second one. The second one kind of stays on top of the water and kind of moves around on its own a little bit with the water. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take each one and we're going to try to put some pennies on top and see if it can hold up to 25 pennies. So get ready for the second part of the challenge. Okay, so here is my first boat, and I have 25 pennies put aside. So I'm going to try, maybe I can kind of balance it out because it looks like it's tipping to one side. So I'm going to try to put, oh, that didn't work. Let's try putting some in the middle. That didn't work. I'm going to keep trying. Do you think I can straighten it out? I don't know. I'm trying. Let's see. Maybe if I put one right in the middle. No. So I don't think that this boat is going to hold many pennies. So I'm going to try my next boat. So let's try that one. Maybe that'll hold 25 pennies. Or maybe even 10. So I changed my design just a little bit. So here we go. It still floats. Let's try some pennies and other coins and let's see how many we can put. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. My boat sunk with 17 coins. Boats float because of something called buoyancy. So what is buoyancy?